It's one thing to take care of somebody else's kid because
Mm.
all of the decisions are made and you're just following their path, right?
Mhm.
It's a whole different thing when you're making all of the decisions for a human being and have this weight of like the rest of their life on your shoulder.
100%.
Welcome to Your Motherhood, a podcast for moms who love their kids but miss themselves a little too.
We're Shawna and Cara, two moms, two lifestyles, one mission to help you stop guessing, start growing, and reclaim your sense of self without the guilt.
This isn't a parenting podcast. It's a place to explore who you are now and who you are still becoming.
Because confidence is a practice, not a destination, and you don't have to do it alone.
All right. Welcome to the very first episode of Your Mom Enough. I'm Shawna.
And I'm Cara, number one episode.
Number one
First-
podcast wouldn't be bad, you know.
Number one podcast.
You can dream out loud. But so this is a very imperfect and just fun conversation. I actually have a baby strapped to me right now for those of you who are listening and not watching, because we're having that kind of day. And Ina makes some dinner while we chat.
And I'm watching my baby on the monitor.
Right?
And she's finally sleeping.
The premise of our very first episode is really to talk about why we decided to do a podcast and the confidence crisis of becoming a mom. Because for those who don't know us, Cara and I are cousins. We spent our entire childhoods together. Somehow, both of us ended up having our first babies in our 40s. We were living some similar things in different places and thought there must be other moms out there going through this. Let's talk about it and see if we can,
Support other mamas.
have some fun, support us.
Yeah.
For me, becoming a mom was really kind of interesting path. My mom, as Cara knows, because she knows my mom, it's her aunt quite well,
My aunt
has had like an obsession with my becoming a mom for
just a little.
It's intense. And I had a lot of resistance around it. And I really felt like ultimately, because I'm oldest in my like family, that I would like be easy peasy, no problem, because I've taken care of a lot of other people's kids. And what I didn't account for and what started to happen to me really early after I became pregnant was this idea that like, it's one thing to take care of somebody else's kid because all of the decisions are made and you're just following their path, right?
Mhm.
It's a whole different thing when you're making all of the decisions for a human being and have this weight of like the rest of their life on your shoulder.
100%. Yep.
And one of the earliest stories for me, I don't know if this happened to you, but when I was prepping for my baby shower, I was really resistant to the idea of a baby shower also because I don't like to be the center of attention with gifts like that, like awkward. Anywho,
It is awkward. Just saying. Just
it is awkward, right? I'm grateful for it. A lot of great stuff came at the baby shower, but it's awkward. But someone who is helping to organize my baby shower, who I love very much, just for clarity, asked the question, what is the room theme for the baby's room? I don't know if you've ever like had an experience where you thought you had it all together and somebody asks you a question and you're like, hold on, we're supposed to know this? I'm supposed to know there's a theme? Did you have a theme? Do you have a theme?
I don't.
I was like, oh my God, I still don't have a theme. We'll make theme suggestions, but I was like, am I doing this right? And that was like one of a lot of little experiences that stacked up really early days for me that just left me feeling like, oh, hold on, this is not babysitting.
Wait, I have to make all the decisions here?
And all of the stuff that I read is going to contradict itself. Like crazy pants. So early days, I really struggled with confidence because I was like, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. I feel like this will resonate with you, Cara. Listeners, I'm not sure. But I've never been good at being a girl, right?
Me too.
Oh, yeah, I was thrown back into this world where I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
your hair's supposed to, like, look good all the time and your clothes are supposed to match? Like, I'm supposed to have a baby theme, huh? What
Hmm.
are you talking about?" And so, that whole experience kind of threw me back into an experience I hadn't had probably since my 20s, which was, like, my own actual confidence about myself.
As you said before, we're older moms. Like and I'm a teacher. So I expected like, oh, like I have this thing in wraps. This is what I'm telling myself. Like as I'm pregnant, like I am going to be great. You know, when you're feeling like super confident and then you walk into, well, I'm sure everyone, as soon as they put your baby in your arms, it was just, yeah, oh, I felt overwhelmed and I felt like incompetent.
Yeah,
And it's just and then like weeks went by. Actually, not even weeks. It was probably like hours. And I had already lost myself in all of these things like, oh, you know how you have to like prepare the bottle or like even the first few days it's like, oh, you have to have the nursing down. Like, are you on the nursing?
yeah. Are
Are
they
you
gaining enough weight?
Are they gaining enough weight? Oh, you're not your milk is not coming in fast enough. And you
Yeah,
instantly like you just I can't even tell you. You feel like a failure
yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
And and it's so funny because like I thought I was at this confidence place, but
Before.
it's yeah, and it's not like a set destination. It's something where you constantly have to evolve and find yourself, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But that's kind of a good part about it, I think, because like, you get to learn a different version of yourself a little bit,
Mhm.
you know?
And and it's finding like in that chaos that you're not the mom that everyone like Instagram is telling you to be. And that's the pressure, right? Like
Mhm.
I can't even tell you how many moms out there like did you feel like a failure when your milk didn't come in
Oh,
and they're telling you like your baby's not gaining up enough weight like yeah
uh,
you're gonna have to supplement and I
yeah,
yeah and it's just changing that into like not the mom that people want you to be but the mom that you're proud of like
yeah. Well, and the mom that your kid's looking for, you know?
yeah and I am mom enough.
So I had the baby, I had an emergency C-section,
Yeah.
and, afterwards, I had been induced. So, like, I was in a 16 to 18-hour induction, then an emergency C-section. Then
Oh my
we
gosh, we're so similar.
It's crazy, right? So then we
Yep.
get to the room and like we spend the day with the baby, and then now all of a sudden, I don't know, like time just doesn't exist when you're at the hospital. So all of a sudden it's like 2 in the morning the following, like the baby was born at 6 in the morning, it's 2 in the morning the following morning, and I haven't slept yet. And the nurse is like,
Yes.
listen, you need to sleep, right?
Oh
You're
my
gonna be right here.
gosh.
You sleep. And she said, she's like, I want you to know that at 6 a.m we're going to come and take your baby, and we're going to weigh her, and we're going to do a blood test. So if you wake up and your baby's not here, she's okay. She's with us, right? Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go to sleep
Hmm.
now after having been through this extravaganza, and I sleep in like a new universe. Like I'm off in a new land.
Yeah.
And the nurse comes and she wakes me up and she's like, ma'am, it's 6 a.m. I just want to let you know I'm going to take your baby. Right. I
Yeah.
look her in the face and I go,
Yeah.
I think you have the wrong room. And she's like, what? I'm like, I don't have a baby.
Oh.
Ah. She's like, ma'am, I'm here to take your baby. We're just gonna weigh her and take her blood and just a couple of tests, and everything's gonna be fine. I'm like, again, you're very nice. And I'm sure you do a wonderful job. Like I became that.
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
like the embarrassing lady. I'm sure you do a wonderful job, but you need to check your paperwork because I do not have a baby. And she's like, ma'am. And I literally look at my partner, I'm like, Cosro, these people think I have a baby. And he is looking at me like,
Like,
are you
do
okay?
you need to
And
like check?
I remember like the feeling of like realizing that I've forgotten my baby.
Oh
walked
my
up
gosh,
to me. And I'm
that
like,
is hilarious.
right? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I
Yeah.
have a baby. Of course I have a baby. You're here to take her. And I love her very much and everything. Like I went into this like over explaining, like, please don't think I'm a bad person moment. And the hardest part of all of that, because obviously you feel instantly guilty, is I was in a shared room and I could hear the family behind the other curtain. And I heard
Oh,
somebody go, that woman forgot she had a baby. Like, okay.
legit. It happens.
You all go through this and remember you have a baby, Susan. Like, holy smoke. Yeah.
I remember being so sleep deprived and like I didn't tell people that I didn't have a baby, but I was cleaning the house and then hours passed by and I was like, I'm a mom.
Oh my God.
I think I have a baby somewhere.
Yeah. Did you drive home at like 40 kilometers an hour? Yeah. Great.
Oh
Yeah. So I
man.
think what's been interesting is just like going into it feeling so confident and
Mm.
if you ever wake up and just like have an amazing hair day and you think everything's going to be great and then you spill an entire coffee down the front of your body, like
Oh my
over
gosh.
and over,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
feeling. And
Yeah. You just
but it
gotta
gets
embrace. Oh, sorry.
no, that's all. It gets better.
It gets better. And like motherhood is messy. It's gonna be messy. Just embrace it.
New thing. Well, and you know what? I feel like it had been a hot minute since I had done something new
Mhm.
in a way that makes things messy. Anything new is messy and awkward. We're recording our first podcast. This is messy and awkward.
So it's gonna get messy. Yeah.
Messy and awkward. But once you like tune into the idea that it doesn't have to be perfect, it gets a whole lot
hmm
joyful, you know?
hmm And we're not experts.
Nope. Not
No,
a, that's
we're
not the premise.
no.
We are just here to share that we're mom enough,
Yeah.
even though some of us forget we had a baby. For those few quick minutes on day 2, okay, people? Day 2. Judge
Oh
me not.
my gosh. Day 2. I did not have a baby.
Day.
I think you
So,
got me beat
okay,
there. Yeah.
for those that are listening, that are wondering like, what's this show about? Why should they hang out with us? And what can they expect? What would you say? I'll put you hot on the spot.
Hot on the spot. I feel like and there was something that we talked about the other day. It's like finding yourself when motherhood cracks you open. That just resonates with me.
Yeah.
And because there's so many times when you're running around and your head is like thinking about everything else and everything you have to do as a mom
Yeah.
and like embracing that identity. Like, yes, I am a mom, but like
Yeah.
I also am a person too. And so this is kind of like our path in discovering ourselves and finding our new identity with our special title of mom,
Yeah.
you know?
And that thing that's like, I love when you say like running around and realizing that you also exist. Like,
Yeah.
there are moments like the cold cup of coffee is a legit thing because all of us have that, whether you're a tea drinker or I haven't had a hot cup of coffee in months. But it's that thing where like, if you can find 5 little minutes to remember
Yeah.
that you're there too and your growth matters, then,
Yeah.
and that's what we want to bring to the conversation for people.
100%. I like that. Yeah, bring it to the conversation because as we said, like we're not experts. We're in this journey together with you. And so and like building a community of moms who are supporting each other to find ourselves within
So
this crazy.
if you are enjoying this conversation and you want to continue the conversation with us, we'd love to host you in a free group that we're going to start called Heart to Start. Yeah.
Mm,
Because when you're a mom and you need to focus on yourself, you just need to have the heart to start in 5 minutes. just a few minutes. Find them for yourself every day. So you go to joinhearttostart.com. You can send your join request for the group. We're going to be talking about topics we don't talk about in here, and
secret stuff,
being accountable to each other to focus on ourselves too. Ooh, and I also wanted to mention, I remember we were talking about this concept that was like, part of the reason for us to start this podcast and start this community of women is like, that, and somebody smarter than us said this, just PS the world. I think it's
what? Someone smarter than us?
Yeah, like Glennon Doyle,
Okay.
Brene Brown, somebody smarter than us said this idea that's like, and I'm paraphrasing, so this won't be an exact quote, but your children won't grow up to treat themselves the way you treat them. They'll grow up to treat themselves the way they witness you treating yourself. So we just really talked about how becoming a mom is like amazing part of who we are. It's just not all that we are. And we want to hold space for all of the pieces that we are to continue to grow while being moms.
100%. And doesn't that inspire you to, like, I don't want to say like be a better mom, because it's not like about being, but just be your better self. Like just be yourself. And because that's what I would want for my daughter, is for her to like embrace her identity and love herself.
Yeah.
You know,
and just be like making messy positive action in a direction that inspires them.
Sometimes rolling back, sometimes rolling forward, whatever.
Sometimes forgetting you exist.
Or your baby. Like,
yeah. Who knows? No judgment. Yeah. All right. Well, so I think this is a great and like natural place to close our first episode. Yay, we did it.
I think so.
Yeah. And next time that we're together, do we know what we're talking about?
Is struggles with imposter syndrome as a mom.
You know what I think it should be called? Mom-poster syndrome.
Mom-poster syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you are out there, you are a mom, new or otherwise, if you're old in your 40s like us, or young in your 20s, and you
or young in your 40s.
Yeah. I feel and you feel like mom-poster syndrome is something you might be going through, we're going to be talking all about it in the next episode. We'd love for you to come back and join us. And if you want to hang out, fun.
Like where we'll be.
Yeah, not color coordinated. Goofy couple of ladies with some babies just talking about being the best version of themselves. Come on to joinhearttostart.com and send a join request. We'd love to chat with you there.
Excited to see you there. And don't forget, you're mom enough.
You're mom enough. All right.
Before we wrap up this episode, if you're in the messy middle of motherhood and you are trying to find yourself in this crazy chaos of motherhood and new life, then we're here with you. If you've forgotten where you put your coffee, if you've even drinking your whole coffee, or even if you have a baby, then like we said, you're not alone. What matters is you're here, you're trying. Yes, we're not perfect, but every day we're striving for more, and that is enough. If this episode made you laugh, cry, or breathe a little easier, we're hoping that you will take the time to share it with a friend. Maybe they are also in the messy middle, forgetting that they had a baby and their coffee, and they just need a minute like this. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss other episodes, like one we're going to be talking about, mom-poster syndrome. Yes, that is a thing. And of course, please, if you can, take time to leave us a review so that other moms like us can find this in the chaos of life. You know, it just makes it easier. And if you're craving more than our podcast, you're craving deeper conversation, laughter, and a nudge in the right direction to take care of yourself again, we hope that you'll join us in our private Facebook group. You can just go to joinhearttostart.com to find information on how to get in the group. In the group, we have short, bite-sized guides to help you to take care of your mind, body, soul, and smile in short little tasks that are manageable for crazy moms like us. And again, it's not to overwhelm you, just to kind of think and make some progress along the way. Next week, we are going to be talking about mom imposter syndrome, what it is and why it just hits so hard when you first become a mom. And it's kind of like faking it, or feeling like you're faking it when you're trying to be a mom. And don't forget, you are not broken, you are not behind, you are enough, and that's all that matters. We'll talk to you soon.
Love this combo? Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and share with a mom who needs to hear it.
And if you're craving a deeper connection, come find us in the Heart to Start group.
Because the real work of motherhood,
It's becoming whole while you raise tiny humans.
And that's exactly what we're doing together.
Go to joinheartthestart.com and get in the group.